Water that runs over limestone rock forms dash. Great thinking. Temporary hard water is the right choice. This is an image demonstrating dash. On track. The greenhouse effect is the correct answer. The ions that cause hard water are strong choice. Calcium and magnesium ions is the right answer. The character of p orbital, which determines the geometry of molecule, is a non-directional, directional, vertical, horizontal. Perfect. Option B is the correct choice. What change occurs from F to E? You got it. Your choice deposition is right. What is the picture about? Clear logic. Your choice water pollution is sound and 100% true. Which one of the following is an example of thermoplastic? A. Polyvinyl chloride, B. Nylon, C. Polyesters, D. Epoxy. Smart pick. Option A is the correct choice. In dash, when the water is heated, then the soluble salts turns into insoluble ones and removed by filtration. Great job. Temporary hardness is the accurate answer. The lobes of d orbitals, which lie within the axis, are A. First 3, last 3, last 2, last 5. Correct response. Option A is the most accurate answer. Small molecules which combine to form polymer are called dash at resins, B. Monomers, C. Plastic, D. Blocks. Nice work. You chose option B, and it is correct. A mixture of two immiscible liquids constitutes a system having the number of phases equal to. Sharp thinking. 2 is the right choice. Carbonates in water produce temporary hardness, B. Permanent hardness, acidity, D. Alkalinity. Correct. Option A is the right answer. Outermost electronic configuration of element having atomic number 17 is represented by. Right choice. Hard is the best answer. Which of the following activities contributes the most to carbon emissions globally? Bravo. Burning fossil fuels is the answer. A system containing liquid water and water vapor has the number of phases equal to. Solid response. 2 is a valid choice. Soil pollution refers to the contamination of soil with abnormal concentration of. Well picked. Toxic substances is the correct answer. How many phases are present in following systems? A mixture of N2, H2 and O2. Right again. 221 is a valid answer. If ice is directly converted into water vapor, then the process is called. Good thinking. Sublimation is the right answer. Which of the following ion get released from the cation exchange column? Smart move. H+ is an accurate answer. Which of the following does not cause the permanent hardness in water? You chose bicarbonates, and it is correct. Alum is a coagulant, flocculant, catalyst, disinfectant. Well done. Option A is the right choice. Dash is solid matter that settles at the bottom in the settling tank. You're right. Sludge is the correct answer. A mixture of two miscible liquids has the number of phases equal to. Exactly. 1 makes sense, and it is right choice. For one phase and one component system, the degrees of freedom is. Valid point. 2 is true. which will be 0, 1, 2, 3, C, 1, 3, 4, D, 2, N plus 2. Nice selection. Option C is the correct and valid answer. The removal of salt from brackish or ocean water is known as... Nicely done. Desalination is a solid answer. Permanent hardness in water is caused by the presence of... Well reasoned. Magnesium sulfate is the correct choice. What term means does not break down in the environment? Excellent choice. Non-degradable is the right answer. The normal dose of chlorine during plain chlorination is... Excellent. 0.51 ppm is a brilliant choice. The residual hardness in ion exchange process is dash. Good job. Your answer 0.2 ppm works well here. Graphite is an example for which type of lubricant? Valid point. Solid is true. When ice is converted into water, it requires dash. You got it? Your choice temp is right. An example for one component system is dash system. Exactly. Water makes sense, and it is right choice. A mixture of two N2 and CO2 is dash phase system. You're right. 1 is the correct answer. What gas does garbage release when it is buried? Smart move. Methane is an accurate answer. What activity is increasing greenhouse gases? Good job. Your answer human activity works well here. The mathematical expression for phase rule is... Well done. F equal TOC P plus 2 is the right choice. Disinfection by ozone is due to liberation of... Bravo. Nascent oxygen is the answer. Which of the following are not isoelectronic? Good thinking. Na plus and Mg plus plus is the right answer. Atomic number and mass number of oxygen is... Nice work. You chose age 16 and it is correct. For one component system, the phase rule is... Correct. F equal to 3p is the right answer. Dash is the indicator used in EDTA method. Excellent. EBT is a brilliant choice. The chemical formula of zeolite is dash. Smart pick. Authentic is the correct choice. Close the tap is the way to save dash. Right again. Water is a valid answer. We should use shopping bags made of... Sharp thinking. Paper is the right choice. What happens when air is heated? On track. It rises is the correct answer. The most electronegative atom is... Solid response. Fluorine is a valid choice. The Gibbs phase rule equation is... Strong choice. F plus P equal to C plus 2 is the right answer. Calgon is a trade name given to... Excellent choice. Sodium hexametaphosphate is the right answer. Isotones having same numbers of... You chose neutrons, and it is correct. What do you mean by pollutant? Correct response. Materials that cause pollution is the most accurate answer. And 714 may be classified as... Nicely done. Isobars is a solid answer. Which are recyclable items? Nice selection. All of the above is the correct and valid answer. Phase rule is introduced by. Right choice. Willard Gibbs is the best answer. The number of proton in Ni+. Great thinking. 10 is the right choice. Tannin, lignin are used for. Great job. Colloidal conditioning is the accurate answer. What do you mean by 3 RAWs? Well reasoned. Reduce, reuse, recycle is the correct choice. Does plastic melt? Well picked. Yes is the correct answer. Isotopes differ in. Clear logic. Your choice atomic number is sound and 100% true. H2 molecule is? Perfect. Covalent is the correct choice. How you will get all these quiz questions in PDF books format. Strong choice. Contact Narayan Changda is the right answer.